Welcome to Face Off. Rob Cunningham here, joined by Vin D'Anton and Kevin Kunzman. And, well, yeah, our Game of the Week picks. Looks like Vin was the only one that was right. Congratulations.
I didn't want to be right.
Exactly.
But sometimes you have to be right to be wrong. I don't know.
That made
Mike
no
Vick
sense.
still sucks.
We can all agree on that fact right there. Anyway, we're going to start with the Philadelphia Eagles. Yes,
Hold
I
on,
agree.
real quick. Best quarterback in the NFC East.
Eli Manning.
That's my man. So, nice.
Yeah, there you go. I admit it. I'm a realist. I'm a realist. All right. We're going to start with the Philadelphia Eagles and our Game of the Week from last week. The Eagles picking up the win, although they tried their very best to give the game away, but much to Andy Reid's chagrin, they were able to pull it out and get the victory. Did the Eagles impress you guys on Sunday night by beating the Giants?
You want me to be honest with you? No. They really didn't, okay? And I'm not one to say, look, when guys see the good thing about the Giants is whenever guys get hurt, someone always steps up. Dominic Hickson. I was more impressed with the Giants, if you ask me, because I had them losing and they still came out and almost won the game. Now, real quick, I wouldn't have counted that fourth quarter comeback because Eli didn't complete one pass on the final drive. And then it's funny, real quick. On that interception, right before the throw, I said, don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid. And then he throws the pick. But anyway, I digress. Only thing I was impressed with was LaShawn McCoy.
Really?
Best running back in the league, man.
He is. Oh, hands down. That's the only thing that really impressed me, Rob.
No, they didn't impress me. The Eagles, it's a divisional game. Anything happens. This rivalry is always tight. Anybody can win these games. In fact, the Eagles have won 8 of 9 against the Giants. They own the Giants right now. So why should that be a surprise that they beat the Giants?
Well, really, the only surprise to me was Mike Vick. It doesn't make much sense, but I felt like Vick played in that fourth quarter the same way Eli played Brady in the last 2 Super Bowls. He controlled the clock. He kept Eli off the field.
LaShawn McCoy controlled the clock.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also,
but, you had that one play, the rollout, where Vick decided not to throw. He let the clock run down even more. We lost all our timeouts at that point. And, it just didn't seem very Vick-esque, so that kind of impressed me.
Also, they barely won. If they had beaten the Giants by 3 touchdowns, okay, maybe I would have been impressed.
And the fact that Eli Manning, right before, I know typical Eli Manning 2-minute drill, it just happens. For some reason, it just happens all the time. But the fact that, and Chris Collinsworth, you scab, you didn't even give Eli any credit because you're a moron. Eli Manning took the Giants down the field right before halftime in 30 seconds.
Oh, that was beautiful.
80 yards. The guy scored a touchdown, though. Yeah. By the way, real quick, 4th and 1. Ball snapped on the ground, and my quarterback goes for a first down. Yeah. So you can have your victory, but I know that my quarterback is the best.
And real quick, trying to ice the kicker on a 54-yard field goal. Andy Reid, you're an idiot.
Camera,
Thank you, Andy.
Quick reminder. Hear this.
Lawrence Tynes,
Super Bowl,
you're an even bigger idiot.
40. Oh, he's horrible.
Oh, come on.
He's horrible. He's horrible. Yeah.
Speaking of horrible, we're gonna move to the New Orleans Saints. Yes.
And I love it. You know how much I love
we're back
this.
we're back to being the Aints.
We're back to being the Aints.
Yes.
Give us that.
Green Bay.
Nice.
Green Bay with the come from behind victory to drop the Saints to 0-4. That was in New Orleans too, wasn't it?
No, Green
Oh,
Bay.
That was in Green Bay.
Oh well.
You really
still.
need to watch football.
Oh well, the Saints were.
The game was on the local broadcast here.
I work on Sundays, okay? 0-4, the New
work for the
Orleans
NFL?
Saints. Quiet. Are we at 0-4? Are we ready to pull the plug on the Saints? They're done. They're finished. Stick a fork in them.
No, not really. They've lost 3 games by a score of 1. Even that Green Bay game. They're facing, really good offenses. Drew Brees is essentially coaching this team. Everyone knows it. If you're missing Sean Payton, then that's going to happen. But I don't think they're winning the division. I don't think they're getting the wild card. I still think 500, though, is a good chance.
They're done. They're done. That defense is horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Well, first of all, they were horrible last year. I told you this. I told you about Greg Williams
now
before
it's
the
really
came out
horrible.
because I'm a genius.
Now it's to the point where the offense can't pick up the defense.
Yeah. No, and, it's not even that Drew Brees is worse. It's just I feel like Drew Brees mentally is just not competent this year. There's just something missing about the Saints.
Pushing it.
I hate to say it because I just don't like Sean Payton. I think he's a total jerk, but it proves that coaching in this league. They always say in this league you have to have talent to win, but that just shows me that coaching really does matter. It's really technically not over. Because a lot of teams are 2 in 2 right now. There aren't any definitely good. I'm not comfortable saying I'm not comfortable with any NFC team right now except the Niners. To be honest
but still, at 0-4
and the Falcons now because the Saints are
if they're going to contend for a playoff spot, not just get in, but at least contend, they're going to have to go 9-3 the rest of the way.
Well,
they went 13-3 and 14-2. I mean, it's not going to happen, but I'm not yet. If they lose to San Diego this week, it's
now the other
and
part,
they play the Giants.
The other part
you know
to
that they're
this,
going to be the Giants because Giants can't beat the Saints.
The other part to this, real quick, does this surprise you after all the stuff that happened in the offseason? Does this bad start honestly surprise you?
Yeah, because they had an interim to the interim head coach. You stupid morons! The dumbest franchise in history of sports, New Orleans Saints. Seriously, just have Carmichael. Why don't they have Carmichael when Sean Payton broke his knee, well, basically lost his knee last year, they had Carmichael step in and everything was fine. That was when they went on the hot streak.
Yeah.
Why wasn't that?
It's
Joe Vitt, man. Joe Vitt is the guy.
No, he's not even. It's that guy, Kamer.
I know. I was joking.
Oh.
Because they named him the interim, even though he was suspended for 6
Yeah,
games.
I know.
Great idea.
the backup for the
Stupid.
backup.
That's why you're the Aints, and your owner's another idiot. The owner says the umbrella right now. You better have it because it's raining in New Orleans. Ooh, I don't think I should have said that.
Anyway.
They got a dome.
Bad reference. Anyway, we're going to stick with the NFL, and we're going to look at the Monday night game this week. The Bears beat the Cowboys.
Was there a back call, or we're over that now?
We're over that.
Okay.
The Bears beat the Cowboys on the road in Texas last night.
Made me feel a
and
lot
they
better.
are
That was nice.
3-1 along with the Minnesota Vikings somehow in that division. I don't know. But
relax,
yeah.
good boy.
Are we buying? I still can't believe
Christian
this.
Ponder.
Christian Ponder. What? Are we buying or selling the Bears, guys? I'm going to start this. Totally buying the Bears. If you go back and listen to the Pro Football Preview show from late August on WGLS, which I was on, I said that the Bears were going to win the NFC North. Go back and look at it. Go back and look at it. Listen to it. I guarantee it. Bears. And I had them losing in the NFC Championship game to the Niners.
Get that finger out of my face.
I have them losing.
Get out.
I have them losing in the NFC Championship game to the Niners. I had the Bears. I had them.
I'm not buying that offense at all. I'm buying the experienced defense, absolutely. I think Lance Briggs, you got Brian Urlacher. That's gonna, they're gonna put it up. They were averaging 2 picks per game going into that one, and then get the 5 picks off of Tony Romo. I think that's great. But Jay Cutler still has more picks than touchdowns, and Matt Forte doesn't have enough touches.
Listen, I'm gonna lay it all out for you right now. The reason why
And after 3-1.
The reason why the graphic up there is Jay Cutler is because that's why. And I love Jay Cutler. I'm a fan of quarterbacks people hate. I'm a fan of Eli Manning, Joe Flacco, and Jay Cutler. All 3 of them, I love them. You know why? The defense will always be there. But literally, even if the defense does good, they don't win. Whenever the offense does bad, they don't win. Like, they're not like Frisco in the sense that all the offense has to do is score 20 points and they win. Well, 23 to be exact. But when you have to rely on Jay Cutler to win football games, as much as I love the guy and adore the guy and his talent is just through the roof, I don't trust Jay Cutler. I want to buy them because the only team that can beat the Packers, believe it or not, the only team that can beat the Packers, Thursday night games I don't count, but the only team that can beat the Packers really is the Bears. They've had their number, or nearly had their number for a couple years now.
I don't like Jay Cutler very much either, but I am a big fan of Matt Forte and Michael Bush. And when Forte gets back,
okay, but real quick,
Bush is a good feeling guy.
But this might be a typical overreaction. Like today, all over NFL.com, they're saying this is a crossroads for the Cowboys, all this stuff. You think it might just be an overreaction game, and Tony Romo might have just had a bad football game.
There's good Tony, there's bad Tony. Last time he had 5 picks in the game was against Buffalo.
Oh,
so,
gotcha.
Don't really know what to
Tom
think
Brady
of
had 4 or 5 of them against Bills last year.
It happens.
I do remember that game. Anyway, we're going to you mentioned the San Francisco 49ers. We're going to move to the San Francisco 49ers, who travel cross-country to MetLife Stadium.
I remember putting Jim Harbaugh on the rundown. I never will.
Yes, who travel to MetLife Stadium.
He's next to my coach Hitler.
And spank, and that is an understatement, the New York Jets 34-0 on their own field. Well, guys, Mark Sanchez struggling once again.
No way.
Is it time for that guy behind him to step up?
For the record, I adore Mark Sanchez. I kind of put him in the same boat as Eli. Really? Just no love. Okay, it is. I want to say it's Tebow time, but the fact that I heard a Jets fan call in to the fan the other day, and they were just like, "We're the team who's supposed to be running Wildcat," and the Niners basically showed you how to do it.
Yeah.
And there were times against Miami, there were times against San Francisco where Tebow should have been used. Is it time to start him? Absolutely not. Will they start him against the Colts because they'll like win that game? Yes. But it's time. As much as I think he is awful, and I cringe just hearing that name in my head. Oh God. They're going to have to start using it more.
My prediction is unfolding to a T. I don't know if I said this on the show as well, but I've said this to
I hope you didn't, because I hope you're never right all the time.
That this is exactly how it was going to happen. That the Jets were going to start out like crap. Mark Sanchez was going to struggle because it's Mark Sanchez.
Everybody knew that.
Because it's Mark Sanchez.
And the schedule wasn't too nice.
And when he starts, that too, exactly. So the Jets were going to start out slow. Mark Sanchez was going to struggle. And what's going to happen after week 4 or 5, people are going to start chanting for Tim Tebow. And what's going to happen, because it's the Jets and it's New York, they're going to cave into the pressure and start Tim Tebow around week 6, 7. We're almost to that point.
When I talk about Sanchez,
and then let me finish. And then Tebow, we all know, is not the best of quarterbacks. Let's be honest. So then they're just going to keep struggling. Well, so it's ultimately going to be their downfall.
You know they didn't bring him in to cover for punts. There's no way that they have that. They know he's a good football player.
What is your problem with Sanchez, though?
Sanchez? I don't know what it is. I feel like he's one of those guys comforted by defense. You know, he gets a lot of help.
Isn't that good.
I just feel like I don't think he's elite. I think he's good. I think he could start for any team at a certain level, unless it's Rodgers, Brady, Eli, the elite guys. But I
like that. I slipped that
Yeah,
in.
yeah. But I think that Tebow can replace him if he gets some going, like how he did last year.
Okay, but will the same method work in the Big Apple? In Denver, they're patient.
Well,
you really think that's going to work?
It's the Jets. All they got going.
No, I'm asking. Yeah. I'm really asking you. I mean, you are a beat writer for a football team, and you have to break down plays and stuff like that. Do you really see that offense working?
Well, they just lost their starting receiver.
Well, they don't have Holmes, which is a good thing, because if they do bring in Tebow now, they don't got to hear Holmes complain, I'm not seeing the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
By the way, people are going to be asking for less
real
touches.
Quick segment. Dunce of the week. Santonio Holmes. I'm out.
But you don't really have a wildcat running back there.
Take it.
You don't really have much of a quality offensive line. I don't see it working like that, but I'd love to see it again. I love Tebow.
Yes. You love Tebow?
I love Tebow.
You're fired.
I'm guilty.
Get out.
I'm going to wear my Tebow shirt next week. I'm going to wear my Tebow shirt.
We're going to have to take
you ever
off
wear a
to
Tebow
break.
shirt on this on this show, you're fired. You're finished. You're finished.
All right.
You're done. No Tebow on my show.
We're going to have to head off to a break so we can clean up the blood off the floor. We'll be right back with more Face Off after this.